Here we are, Chris Hedges. I mean, as anybody who watches my videos will know. But, you know, I'm sorry, Chris Hedges. You need to pull your head out of the academic circles, textbooks, and the likes of Noam Chomsky and get real. I mean, it's not late-stage capitalism that's killing America, is it? It's actually just evil bastards, crime, criminals, the mob. Okay? That's what's killing America. The mob. The mob presently sitting at the White House. And we know they're a mob because they've judged the American people who refuse to accept their insane judgments and policies, if that's what you can call them. Let's just call them for what they are. Crimes against humanity. Okay? That isn't late-stage capitalism. Okay? It is actually corporate capitalism, but really not capitalism, is it? It's a crime, corporate crimes, using capitalism as a means to justify that, oh yes, we're all allowed to capitalise as much as we like, and regardless of the impacts on children, because children are a minor concern. And I want to know, Chris Hedges, why you have not picked up on that, and why nobody is picking up on it. All the people claiming to be standing up for our rights and our children's rights. For how many years have I been sharing this information about changing the legal definition of a child as a minor human being? That is fundamental to the crimes going on in nations like America right now. Exactly because the politicians can ignore the results of austerity and bombing of nations, because you don't need to think about the children, do you? About the impacts of the children. They don't come first. No, they come last, because they are a minor concern, aren't they? What does it mean, that word minor? It means lesser, unimportant, insignificant. And until we get that label removed off our children, that legal definition, until we abolish it and make the child VIP, nothing in this world is going to change. And you can pontificate all you like, giving us long lectures about Trump and his perverse family history and whatever, but it does not alter the fact that we need key points of resistance here. Because we're not getting anywhere with all this pontification about blah, 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 blah. Oh, you said that so wonderfully. I wish I was as eloquent as you, Chris Hedges. And as I say, I have utmost respect for you. I admire you. I love you, for goodness sake. But for fuck's sake, I am pissed off with this pontification. And this whole world now, oh, isn't it terrible? It is absolutely disgusting and abominable what has happened to Jamal Khashoggi, and what his family now have to suffer knowing the manner of his death. But at the same time, if this world had given attention to what's happening to the children in Yemen, what is happening to the children in Palestine, these people would not have been able to enter Turkey in the first place. Perhaps there would have been no Saudi consulate in any nation. Perhaps there would have been severe sanctions issued against Saudi Arabia. Not just for its actions in Yemen, but its actions against its own people. A sadistic culture that chops people's heads off in public. Chops people's limbs off. Whips and stones people to death. That's what the children of Saudi Arabia have to grow up with, watching. And we wonder why, oh, suddenly, that nation has managed to create a killer group of 15 men who are prepared to go and enter other countries with bone saws and start torturing citizens, American citizens. What's going on with the children of Yemen being starved to death? Do you understand what that means to a child? The whole body is constantly craving for food because they're growing. So it's even worse. The pain is unimaginable. It goes on not just for a few hours. It goes on for days and weeks and months. And America's been selling that evil nation weapons. And you want to talk us about late-stage capitalism is killing America. I'm sorry, Chris Hedges, you're going to need to get fucking real. And I am demanding attention as a survivor, as somebody who is standing up for children's rights to justice in this world, who has faced full-on the dreadful crimes that children are suffering that are being covered up. Child trafficking, the multi-billion-dollar child abuse industry, in a world where suddenly there's no money. Oh, suddenly crimes against children have increased. Because, oh, how else are people going to make money? They can't get a job, they can't get a loan, they can't get welfare, they can't get Medicare. How are they going to make the money then? Oh, are we surprised that they start preying on children, that the species starts cannibalising itself? That America is depending on selling bombs to provide jobs for its people, bombs that are bombing children. Oh, but they're only a minor concern. Wake up, man! Wake up and start giving some credibility to the people on the ground. Never mind all this pontification, academic garbage. I am sick to death of it.